Dear friends, it is a very important question that can CIT hold the assessment order as erroneous and prejudicial to the interest of the revenue in respect of issue which was not a reason for selection of the case for limited scrutiny. स्क्रूटनी का केस, लिमिटेड स्क्रूटनी का केस आईटीओ के पास आया था, उसके बारे में क्या सीआईटी को अधिकार है कि सेक्शन 263 में उस असेसमेंट को इरोनियस कहे? रिसेंटली आईटीआईटी पुणे ने होल्ड किया है नो facts in the case of the SSE that return of the appellant was subject to limited scrutiny to examine the correctness of deduction claimed under the head income from other sources and more precisely, ध्यान दीजिए, more precisely the jurisdiction of scrutiny assessment was directed towards examination of deduction of expenditure claimed under section 57 of the act as against income chargeable under section 56 of the act. And note कीजिएगा, and while vouching so the AO did not neither noticed any probable escapement of income so as to set in a motion a process for converting the scope of limited scrutiny into complete scrutiny, nor such observation is emanating from the body of the assessment. कहने का मतलब लिमिटेड स्क्रूटनी के प्रोसीडिंग के दौरान आईटीओ को कहीं भी यह नहीं लगा कि पूरा असेसमेंट खोलने की ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि अगर लिमिटेड स्क्रूटनी का पूरा ऑर्डर खोलना है तो एक प्रोसीजर से जाना पड़ेगा, उसको अप्रूवल लेनी पड़ेगी। उसको ऐसा कुछ नहीं लगा, ऑर्डर हो गया। एंड वाइल वाउचिंग सो वेयर एज द लर्नेड सीआईटी होल्ड द असेसमेंट एज इरोनियस एंड प्रेजुडिशियल टू द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ द रेवेन्यू फॉर असेसिंग ऑफिसर्स फेलियर टू एग्जामिन certain income chargeable to tax under section 56 of the act that has escaped assessment. CIT ने कहा कि ये इरोनियस है ऑर्डर, लेकिन इट वाज ऑन अदर इनकम, इट वाज नॉट ऑन द मैटर विच वाज अंडर लिमिटेड स्क्रूटनी. द ITIT पुणे होल्ड द व्यू दैट jurisdiction of the learned AO was restrictive to examine all such transactions vis-a-vis expenditure relating to claim for deduction under section 57 of the act. Therefore, examination of an item outside the provision of the section 57 of the act was extraterritorial to the learned AO unless authorized by necessary prior approval. ध्यान दीजिए, it was for limited scrutiny assessment. That Pune ITIT further hold that view that issue of examination of transaction of income falling under section 56 of the act remain outside the scope of the assessment proceeding for the buckshot reason that no potential escapement came to the notice of the learned AO, thus triggered no approval process for extending the scope. Had this potential escapement came to the knowledge of the learned AO, then the accumulation of proceeding without first converting the same into complete scrutiny would have rendered the assessment erroneous and not otherwise. अगर उसमें नहीं मिले तो वो erroneous नहीं है, कहने का तात्पर्य यही है. At this stage, the revisionary authority, यानी कि CIT, cannot substitute his view sitting into the chair of the learned AO for not extending the scope of limited scrutiny into complete scrutiny and hold the order of assessment erroneous by finding that there is potential escapement of deemed rent, interest on refund and incorrect allowance of depreciation etc. If this is permitted, ITAT further hold, if this is permitted now, then it shall amount to travelling beyond the scope of limited scrutiny which is forbidden by law, and we cannot, and we find this view has been held forfeited in PCIT versus Shark Mines and Minerals. ITT further held state that in view of ratio laid down by Madras High Court in CIT versus Padmavati reported in 120 Taxman 187. Again I repeat, 120 Taxman.com 187. An assessment could not exceed prescribed scope of limited scrutiny except following the process of law. Therefore, the revenue, yani CIT, has missed the bus in original proceeding in extending the scope, which unfortunately cannot be done invoking revisionary jurisdiction under section 263 of the Act. The Honorable ITAT appeal further relied on various case laws and hold that with the above discussion and judicial precedent, ITAT hold that invocation of revisionary jurisdiction failed to satisfy the first and foremost of the twin conditions laid in section 263 subsection 1. Thus, unsustainable in law, and therefore the order unsustainable in law, and therefore the order quashed by the ITT. That's all. So we should see if there is limited scrutiny, then section 263 can CIT invoke? We have to see. The complete case law can be found on my website bpmundra